to Knit One.
Heart 2.
Yeah, sorry.
Episode 52. Happy Podiversary. Yay!
52 episodes. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wenny on Ravelry and Penny Wenny 2 on Spark People.
So 52 episodes.
52. Big 52.
I can't believe it's been a year.
It doesn't feel like a year.
No,
I was thinking on the way over here, it really doesn't feel like we've been doing it that long.
No, because this week is the yarn crawl, and I think that's when we started it, right?
I think so. Right.
So,
yeah.
North Shore yarn crawl is going on, in case anyone wants to know.
I don't think we're going to make it this year because I got way too much going on.
I don't know. I have no money to buy anyway. So
and honestly, I don't really have any money to buy anything right now either because all the money that's coming in is earmarked for things that have to be bought. So, plus, we've been to all of the stores on the yarn crawl and it's a lot of fun. But
the new one, Another Yarn's in it this year.
Which one?
The one in Winchester.
Oh yeah, which we checked out on our own.
So, I don't know. We'll see. If I'm bored on Friday, maybe I will. But other than that, I have no
wish I
plans.
could. I have to wait for the mattress guy to come on Friday. Otherwise, I would go on Friday, too.
Well, my boys have off on tomorrow, and I'm taking them to lunch. Probably just McDonald's.
That'll be nice.
But
so,
they like McDonald's. So, let's jump on in. We introduced ourselves.
Yes, we did. And I'm going to tell you that at the end of the show, in our gossip and innuendo, we are going to show 4 prizes that we will have a drawing for. We'll explain that in Gossip and Innuendo in celebration of our Podiversary. Yes. But I'm going to jump in because it's my turn to go first this week.
Wait.
What? Oh.
First, I want to say thank you to Melanie.
Our shout-outs.
Yes. Thank you to Melanie for your generous donation to the podcast.
Yes.
Again, if you want to donate, it could be $1. It could be how many dollars you want. The donation button is above Wendy's head on the...
Yes.
On the right of the screen.
Or if you buy anything from the Cafe Press store, which also has a link over there, that also gives us a percentage of whatever. Nothing is new in that store. I'm just telling you that if you purchase anything for it, we get.
I think I might get a mug because I really kind of want my own little mug.
Oh, that would be cool. Maybe I'll get a mug too. Although I never drink hot stuff.
We
have 788 members in the Ravelry group this week.
789 I checked before.
So
we had one that was...
I did one last night. I
saw one that it said 45 minutes ago it was joined. So thank you to that person on pointing.
We're so close to 800.
We are doing a knit along. It's March and April knit along. It's only going through, I think, April 11th. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think. It was only 6 weeks.
It's in the thread. I think it's in the thread, right? Well, there's a thread on the group for it. It's anything for the neck.
Somebody put a little like tie looking thing, which is technical. It fits because it's for the neck. Did you see that?
No, I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, it's really cute, and it was really cute.
It can be anything for the neck, and it doesn't have to be started this month or during the time.
No, but it needs to be finished.
It needs to be completed. You need to have a photograph of the finished object to participate. And you can post things that you're using for other knit-alongs. We don't care about that. We don't care
double,
about that.
triple, quadruple dip.
Yeah, whatever. We just hope it encourages people to maybe try something new.
And we've got a lot of comments about how people are pulling out things that they've had languishing on the needles.
Yeah,
So it's kind of good. And to tag that, if you would, please, with K1H2 neck, N-E-C-K, K-A-L.
Yes. And I will let you know that I am wearing Rock Island by Jared Flood.
And there is somebody in the group that's
doing that. Good luck to you.
Well, she said she's on the endless edging right now.
Yeah, that's the thing that drove me crazy. The rest of it was a lot of fun. And even though this looks like a hand knit sweater, it's not. I got it at...
Reminds me of the traveling woman.
It is it's the same kind of a shape with the circled body.
Yeah. Did you get that?
I got this at Talbot's.
Oh, all right.
They were having a 60% off sale, and with my discount and the 60% off, I got it for $22. So I really couldn't. And it's really heavy. It's a Angora blend wool, and it's really
it looks
thick.
really thick and heavy.
Yeah, it's like you can almost wear it as an outdoor jacket for fall and spring.
Yeah, it looks
it's and in fact I told Sheila I'm warm in this, but if I take it off, I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt and I'm too cold.
Yeah, I ended up we're not running our our fireplace right now because it has been kind of warm up here. And but I was a little chilly today, even though when we woke up the thermostat said 66. I boosted it just a little bit. Just because I was having company and I wanted it to be a little bit warmer.
To be a little bit warmer. Well, it is warm. I'm like too warm in this and too cold not in it.
I have a short sleeve shirt on too. I have.
So if you see me doing this, it's because I'm too warm.
The Ravelry agree button.
Oh, agree one. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to now start because we've finished with all of our shout outs. Am I right?
Yes,
okay.
we have.
Awesome. Not that I have much interesting to say. This is going to be called The Boring Show. All
the
right.
Doldrums.
The Doldrums. Yes. On the dance card, I am still working on my sweater, Crestview by Cecily Glowick McDonald. I have cast on for the right front. I have knit. I haven't even knit. This is just the cast on.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Sorry.
So there's that. But I did finish the back. So here's the finished back.
With all its ripped backs and everything.
Oh, yeah. I have bad knitting mojo on this project. And I have finished the left front. Which is right here. It looks like nothing because it's all rolled up. So yeah. I showed this last week. And then that evening I actually finished knitting this. And when I got to the shoulder shaping bind off at the top, I was like way off. I think I was off by like 12 stitches and I couldn't understand what was wrong. And I realized, and I watched the show and I even talk about how I'm knitting the largest size because of my gauge was off. No. My gauge is way bigger, wider than it's supposed to be. So I am knitting the size either medium or large. It's the fourth size, the 44 inch. It's the one in the middle. Probably large. I don't know. 44 inches. And so at this point in the sweater, which is where the armhole shaping is, I switched from the 44-inch instructions to the 54-inch instructions. Oh. So my arm shaping like went way in, and I had like this little narrow neck top, and because I didn't have enough stitches. And yeah, so that was all crazy. So I had to rip all the way down to the armhole. It's like 8 inches. And knit that whole section over again. That was very distressing. I'm just having bad knitting mojo with it. This went a little bit faster, the front, the left front. Although I did end up with I was like 1 stitch off on the top. I can't figure out how that happened. I had 1 extra. I just knit it together with the other one. I'm like, whatever. I am not ripping this back anymore. But yeah, I assumed I would have the fronts and the backs done and I would be on the sleeve by this episode and all of the bad knitting mojo that's coming with this. And I want to explain to people, it's not the pattern. The pattern is very clear, except for that weird schematic drawing that's missing the 5 inches. There are no mistakes in the pattern. I keep making rookie knitting mistakes. It's like I don't know, maybe this sweater is so simple that I'm not paying attention, but you know, a lot of my mistakes are I keep forgetting to decrease on one side when I was doing my shaping so that, you know, I would get up to the end of the shaping and I would have an odd number of stitches because I only did shaping on one side of the sweater. And then I jumped from the 44 inch to the 54 inch instructions randomly in the middle of the sweater, and then I kept dropping yarn overs. I mean, it was just absolutely insane. So I'm kind of starting to hate knitting this sweater. And I should probably rip it back because I can just tell by the way this is going that after all this work, it's going to end up being ugly or ill-fitting or something. And I just have a bad feeling about it because it's just like bad knitting mojo.
And that's when you should stop.
I know, but my stubborn nature is making me finish it because it's so close to being done now. The back was the hard part. It literally took me 1 day to knit that whole front, and I didn't even knit. I knit on it. I started it at my son's karate class at 4, and I finished it after I met a friend. I knit on it for an hour at karate, and then I met a friend for coffee for 2 hours, and I knit on it. And I finished up when I got home. So it took me like maybe less than 4 hours to knit the front. So, you know, the second front I could knit up today.
And then you have sleeves?
And then I have the sleeves, which I think they want you to knit the sleeves flat, but that's never going to happen. So, do they want you to do it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not knitting the sleeves flat. I don't care if it makes them look wonky. I'm knitting them in the round because I am way too lazy to knit them in the flat and then seam them up. So that's it for Crestview. I am knitting it out. It was gifted to me by Knittables. Thank you, Diane. And I'm not holding my bad knitting mojo against you at all. Or against Cecily Glowick McDonald. It's something about me and this sweater. I'm knitting it out of Classic Elite Duchess, which is a merino, cashmere, angora, nylon, and rayon blend. It is discontinued, but you can still buy it in sweater quantities from Hub Mills, which is the Classic Elite outlet in Billerica,
I think,
Massachusetts. And I am knitting it on size 10.5 needles. I didn't write down what the European was. And the pattern, if you want to check it out, is available for $6 on Ravelry. So there's that. And then my next thing is I have been working very hard on my sock pattern. And you will see that these are the draft, and I have been writing notes all over it of things that I need to edit that I took from my test knitters. They gave me suggestions and errors that they found, and I am correcting all of those. I had a little sad with that too. It's like my knitting mojo is just gone right now. So here is the sample sock, and I was hoping to have this done by today, but for various reasons, which I'll go into later, I just was too busy to knit very much. And I got to the turn in the heel, the other side of the heel, and I realized I had made some kind of crazy mistake on the heel, so I have to rip it back. It's crazy enough that it won't look good. I'm basically knitting this so I can photograph it. So I have to rip this sock back. It's not too bad. It's just half of the heel. It won't take me very long to redo it. But I hope that definitely next week I will have the finished sock and the finished pattern. That is my goal. Mm-hmm. I'm working on it, so that's my first priority. And believe me, anything can be the first priority over that stupid sweater that's giving me so much trouble. So that's my second thing on the needles. And my last thing on the needles is I've been playing around with the shawlette pattern, and I finally came up with an idea for what I wanted to do that I liked, and I have this much done. And I am writing it down on paper as I knit it, so I don't know, I think I'm like 16 rows in. I know what I'm doing, but I gotta kind of write it down. So far I've just been knitting it without writing anything down, and so this will make sure that I can recreate it at the end. So that's going to be a ways down the road because I've got so much going on. I don't know, maybe when I'm trapped in bed for a week, I'll have lots of time to work on it. I would really like to finish up a lot of the stuff that I have. Like, I definitely want the sock pattern to be done by next week. I definitely want that sweater to be done before I have my knee surgery. And I only want to knit on relaxing, fun things while I'm sick because really, why should I have to do anything else? But yeah, so basically on the needles, the Bad Mojo sweater, and two things I can't really show you. That's it for me.
For me, I had my Wonderful Wallaby by Carol Anderson on the needles. It really didn't receive any love. I was not in the mood to be carrying a heavy project. I wasn't in the mood to knit. I didn't knit for the last 2 days, I think. So
neither one of us have been knitting.
No. So the Wonderful Wallaby sweater has not received any love. I am going to work tonight, and actually I worked Monday night. I didn't knit no, I take that back. I knit a little bit to finish something. I read a whole book because I was not in the mood. When I get a little depressed, I like to go into a world that's not my own, and the book will do that for me. So I read a book. The other thing I have on my needles, and this is what I finished on Monday, is my friend Courtney is due to have a baby any day now, basically. And I got the blanket for her, I got a hat and booties, and I wanted to do another hat and booties. So this is Christine Stay On Booties by Christine Barquin, How to Cascade Fixation Effects. It's, I'm sure you've seen this before. It's 3 ridges. It's super, super easy. You knit the heel. It's free. You knit the heel, and then you pick up stitches around the edges, and then you purl for 4, knit for 4, purl for 4, knit for 4. You do basically a slip stitch heel for the top, and then you knit in the round and do some eyelets right here. And what you see me knitting on before is the I-cord to go through those eyelets.
little with yeah.
And
They
I've done
stay
this
on really well.
I've done this before, and somebody said it's the only thing that her daughter kept on her foot. And it looks really tiny, but
It's very stretchy.
it's very stretchy. The ridges, that's what it's for. So that, say the toe is here, you're still wearing it, and kids who are wearing these are not walking in them.
No.
Not typically, and if they are, they're going to slip.
I think the ridges help it grab onto the foot too, so
Yep.
your foot doesn't zoom out.
And now this is Cascade Eco.
No, Fixation.
Thank you, Fixation, and the I don't know.
Eco would make a very large.
Yeah,
booty.
well, that would be make a nice adult size one.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can adjust this for basically any size.
Yeah, you just have to knit the bottom of it to the
and
size
the
of
stitches
your
in the
choice.
round.
Yeah.
It's a really cute booty. Like I said, I've done it before. So this is what it will kind of look like. And the light is really bright here. It's got blues and greens. Different greens. It's just, oh, now I'm blind. I don't know, you can't get a good color for some reason. That the only way to, it's either too far away or
I don't know. It just doesn't show well because there's white in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of white in it. It's a really nice, soft.
It's white, sage green, and
Cotton.
like a dusty blue.
So Cascade Fixation is cotton and elastic. And I have 2 balls of it, and this is how much I have the first one, which I probably used maybe 3 grams of it. So I'm going to knit a hat out of this and another booty. And this was done on size US 4 needles. So it should give warmth without, it didn't, it was not meant to be dense like a sock. I did not mean to do it for dense, but it's going to give a lot of stretch, should be able to grow a lot with it. So that's what I'm working on. And I just want to get, just get this done so that I have other stuff to give her. She really deserves this.
Yes, she does.
And I just want to make sure that his homecoming and welcoming is special.
Yeah, it will
So,
be.
I know, but I feel like I need to do more, even though I don't. She has no idea what I'm doing, but I feel like I want to just inundate. And it makes me really wish I knew how to knit when my boys were little.
Oh yeah,
because I would have knit these.
I knit my son a full layette. It had hat, booties, little sweater jacket, and it was in those colors. It was green, blue, and white. It was really cute. Did I knit it or crochet it?
I think you said you crocheted.
I might have crocheted it. I went through a crocheting binge around that time.
I just wish I knew how to knit back then, because I would do it. So when and if I ever have grandkids, they'll be spoiled rotten.
Yes, they will.
So that's all I have. Oh, my other, it's not on the needles, but my other sock for that Gypsy Girl Creations, I haven't cast on for that. That may be put in the back burner so that I can do yours.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to do the finishing up, and then I'll do the cleanup. So that's all I have. Just mindless. I just really needed mindless stuff this week.
Yeah, it's been that kind of a weekend.
Yeah, so that's all I have. Rate your date.
Rate your date. I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have nothing to show you.
I don't even think you guys saw these last week. Oops.
I think you showed. Did you show the sock last week?
No, I don't think I did.
I didn't even think you had cast it on.
No,
yet.
I showed it Friday when we met
That's
up
right.
with some people. So, I talked about it. Cascade Fixation. I had some cotton yarn, and I did Red Sox socks.
That's so cute.
These are on 32 stitches. I did it cuffed down with the short row heel. I did ribbing all the way through so that it would fit. And again, it'll stretch. But it's just little Red Sox socks. They've been, this is all I have left of the red, which is great.
Get it done.
Yeah, that's been languishing in my stash for a while. So here's the second one. So 2 little Red Sox, and then I made a hat. This isn't from a pattern, it's just from my head. 32 stitches. Did I do these toes up? No, I'm pretty sure I did these cuffed down. Yeah, cuffed down, 32 stitches. And with the short row heel. And then the hat, I did 72 stitches. I tried to do it in like a basic mini Jacques Cousteau hat.
Yeah.
Which I don't have the name of, but I realized afterwards that Jacques Cousteau's hat was done 2x3.
Oh.
This is 2x2. So this is 2x2, 72 stitches, knit 2, purl 2, and then I did a decrease similar to the Jack Cousteau hat. I'll write it in my notes. I haven't even put this on a project page yet. But it kind of looks Christmassy, but it's not meant to. It's just meant to go with the hat, Red Sox hat. And I was thinking of doing stripes, but with ribbing, it doesn't look good when you do stripes.
No, it kind of looks wrinkly.
So I made it super long so that they can either fold it, or if his head's getting big, it'll stretch. I mean, this is a good stretch too. This will last for a good 6 months, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe not, depending on how big the baby's head is, but it should last a while, I hope. A little bit, and that's why I'm gonna do this one. The next one, I think I am gonna model after the Cousteau hat, and do 3x3, 2x3. So I'll probably do 75 stitches. But that is super stretchy, I believe, especially when you add a stretchy yarn to it.
It just adds even
So
more.
I know she'll adore these, and I should probably maybe get a little Red Sox shirt to go with it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that too. Oh, I have to seam that sweater too.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seamed the sweater. I have a sweater that I'm gonna give to him, and maybe with some pair of brown corduroys.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, sorry, just thinking out loud. But so that's my finished project, my rate your date, also on size 3s again, because it's not meant to be worn. That's why the ribbon's on the bottom. The baby's not going to wear these to walk, I should say. It's meant to be worn, but not to walk. And then the ribbing is just so that it's
stretchy.
Yeah.
It stays on.
Yeah, and it's all cotton, again, easy care. Although I haven't washed these, I'm not sure if the red might bleed a little. Although it hasn't on my socks.
No, I think it's probably fine.
Because I made a pair of socks for me out of red and white. My son steals them, but it has not bled on me. So that's my only rate your date. You guys didn't see this, so it was super, super easy, super quick, mindless.
Yeah.
Exactly what I needed.
And it's the kind of knitting that you love because it's for a baby.
Yes.
I love that.
That's all
So
I had.
that's all for Rate Your Date, Whirlwind Romance. I got nothing. And
I got nothing.
I still haven't tried treadling on my wheel, even though my doctor said it would be okay.
What are you afraid?
You know, the problem is that if my knee goes wacko and I damage it, they will have to postpone the surgery. Like, it needs to be at a certain level of healed before they can work on it. So I'm kind of...
Why risk it?
I'm doing things carefully.
Yeah,
and
I don't blame you.
Also, I just have been in a knitting, crafting slump. Like, I haven't wanted to do anything. I've just kind of wanted to be like...
Yeah, kind of couch potato.
Whirlwind Romance, I got nothing.
Future dates?
And Sheila has no whirlwind.
I have no.
Future dates, they're the same future dates. I'm just going to mention the names again. I'm not going to bother to show them to you again because you've already seen them. I am going to cast on the Rosebud Trellis Cowl by Kathy Monahan, and I'm going to be using my String Theory hand-dyed yarn in the DK weight for that. I meant to cast that on before today, but didn't get to it. And then the second thing is my Creature Comforts cardigan with the Mad Tosh that I bought. That's what I hope to be working on.
But that's it when you get this sweater done.
I have to get the other sweater done. I'm hoping that other sweaters are going to be done before I have my knee surgery. I'm hoping to work on the Creature Comforts cardigan after my knee surgery and after I'm not totally fogged up on the painkillers, because it's mostly stockinette with just a strip of patterning, kind of like Crustview, so it's not too crazy or anything. But those are my future dates.
My future dates, I just, I want to get the sweater, and I know I really need to get the sweater off the needles, because I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of hearing it. And by the time I finish it, let's be honest, in the north lately, I don't even think my son's going to be able to wear it.
Not till fall.
He'll probably wear it. I know he will, because he's that type of kid. He'll wear it to school. And what he's been doing, he's been wearing his coats to school. And my boys wear white T-shirts underneath. That's how my husband that's how my husband brought them up, is white T-shirts underneath all their shirts. And we would do that until roughly about May. And then May through September, they just wear T-shirts because it gets too warm.
Right.
But so he's been coming home in just his white T-shirt.
Because it's so warm.
Right, it's been so warm. But most likely, I can totally see him doing this, is he'd wear the sweatshirt to school and then bring it home in his backpack, which will make me put a little label in, made by, or made for Max DeWong, or return to Max DeWong, or something like that, in case he's never lost anything. But knowing my luck, He will. But he's just really good like that. He would be very proud to wear it. Yeah, which makes me happy.
And it's only March, so we might still have.
We're still probably gonna
weather.
Oh, we will. Well, remember a few years ago in June we had some really bitterly cold weather. It was.
Remember the April 1 blizzard?
Yeah, but I remember June because Zachary was he was doing summer school. It rained throughout all of June. It was the flooding month that we just could not. And then July we went camping and it was sunny. We went down towards Provincetown in Massachusetts on the Cape. Zachary came home with hand, foot, and mouth disease. And the first 70, 80, 90 degree weather, he was in the house with 100 and something temp because of it. And I had friends take Max out because it was just, I think Lara did. I remember that because it's sure, the first good weather we get, and he's got hand, foot, and mouth.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but that's Zachary. So I'm not worried about him not being able to wear it, and I made it plenty long enough that he will grow into him.
He'll definitely.
He'll at least be able to get 1 year out of it. I just feel bad. He's been good about it. He actually wants more socks. So, anyways, my future dates is to finish that, finish this, cast on your sock. I have a Jerry the Musical Monkey that I want to knit for me. I was going to do. If anyone's interested, the Rebecca Danger Monster Group is doing a traveling monster, and I did this last year, and I might have showed one monster on the...
You did.
I did, okay, on the podcast. I did this last year, and I was thinking of doing it this year, but I think I'm going to back out. It's a travel monster, so you knit up a monster, and it travels, and I still really want to do it because it was so much fun. It travels, and you get back pictures, and they post
a little
pictures.
Journal.
Yeah, it's really fun. Kind of like what Yarn Harlot does with her sock, but in a different level.
Yeah.
And I really want to do that. So if anyone's interested, you should check out Rebecca Danger Monster Group. They're doing sign-ups until the middle of April.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That sounds like a fun thing.
But it's got to be a small monster because it's got to fit in one of those small post office boxes. It's $5-something. No, it's a box. It's an actual box.
Oh.
So
is that it for your future date?
Yeah, I babbled enough. Yeah.
Crushes and heartbreaks. Well, my crush this week is everybody out there who's been sending me well wishes about my surgery. It really makes me feel better. I don't know. It's like the positive vibes of people that I don't know wishing me well. Kind of just makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. So I really appreciate that. Because my heartbreak is that my doctor told me that he had an animated version of the surgery online, and he recommended that I watch it. So I understood the procedure, and it's animated. It's not like an actual person being operated on, but it's so horrifying to me that now I have to spend 3 weeks trying to forget what that looked like so that I don't freak out the day that I have the surgery. Because in my head, it wasn't as
gruesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's drilling and cutting. I guess I just didn't really process what they were going to do in my head. I read the description. He gave me a pamphlet that had a drawing and a description, but somehow seeing the graphic made it really worse. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm really scared about it. I'm scared about the procedure. I'm scared about how much it's gonna hurt afterwards, and I'm scared that after all this, something's gonna go wrong and my leg won't work right. And I mean, I'm just scared. So all the well wishes are really making me feel. It makes me feel better. So thank you for everyone who's doing that. And if you really want to torture yourself, if you Google animated ACL and look for the video by Dr. Bertram Zarins, you can see exactly what they're going to do to my leg.
And I just feel bad because I'm so numb to surgery. I've had 2 C-sections myself, and with Zachary having all his surgeries, I'm like, it's okay. Granted, he's had bone cut with his open heart surgery. But I feel bad because I'm not giving her the love she
I mean, I've had C-sections. Until I saw the animated movie, I was not concerned about this at all. I've had so much surgery, I don't even care. I was like, whatever. And they use a guide wire, that's all I'm going to say, in order to decide how to place the tendon that they're going to take from my leg. And that horrified me. And the funniest thing was, My son's karate instructor had the exact same surgery done in September by the exact same doctor.
Oh, good.
And she's made me feel better too because she's, like she's had a good outcome and everything. But I was talking to her on Monday and I said, yeah, Dr. Zarin gave me the link for the animated ACL. She's like, do not watch it. I was like, it's too late. I already watched it. She's like, it makes it so much worse. She's like, you don't need to know that.
I know. Like, why would a doctor?
Really don't. Because they want, he's a surgeon.
I know.
He wants me to understand what they're going to do.
Oh, I know. I mean, we've been through enough, but I've never had a doctor, I've looked for diseased livers just to see what Zachary's liver might have looked like because his doctor said it was just horrible, but I don't know. I'm just so immune to it. Of course, it's never been with me with all these surgeries. I've only had to deal with the cranky little guy afterwards.
Yeah, it just, my mom was...
Did she look at it?
She looked at it while I was on the phone with her, and she's like, Wendy, this is not that... Oh. I was like, see? I'm telling you, that's the part that gets you. You're like, oh.
I'll write it down. I'll link it in case somebody wants to look at it.
Yeah. But it's not gruesome because it's like a cartoon animation.
Animated, but...
It's not live, but yeah, if you're at all squeamish, you probably don't want to check it out because it's creepy. And I periodically think of it and I have to force myself not to think about it because I'm scared. I've got 2 little kids and I really do not want to die or be permanently disabled because of this surgery. Not that that's going to happen.
No.
So anyway, that I'm still struggling with that.
Are you done? I'm sorry.
Yes, I am done.
Okay. My crushes and heartbreaks is twofold. My husband started his job, but Sunday we were looking at the insurance coverage, and the insurance coverage that they offer does not meet Massachusetts state minimum requirements.
It has a warning on it that says, warning!
And it doesn't even, New Hampshire residents aren't even allowed to apply for this. And so it got us depressed, and we decided to wait and see if they offered something else. They don't, so we have to go through the state, which is fine. Zachary's been on Mass Health since pretty much the day he was born. It's just a lot of headaches. We were paid to keep him on a good insurance. We were going to be losing that money because he's no longer on a good insurance. And it's a lot of headache. It's been kind of depressing. The good thing is he has 2 interviews coming. He had 1 interview and he has another interview to go back to his old company, which would give us the better insurance. And so it's like, he jumped in too quickly for this job, which I understand why he did. He wants to support his family, and I understand that. But the headache that it's giving me is not worth it, personally.
It's not a desperate situation.
I feel desperate,
It's
though.
just, it's a blow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not desperate. I mean, we'll get coverage. We'll have to get coverage through the state. Which is just, reading this, I'm like, how can they get away with offering this? But it's because Massachusetts is the, what did you say? The
only state that requires a certain level of insurance.
And the level of insurance that they're offering, when I read it, doesn't meet the minimum requirements. I'm like,
no.
And he went to the human resources and they said, yeah, you got to go through the state. I'm like,
if
seriously?
you relied on only the insurance that they're offering at his job in Massachusetts, you would either be required to get supplemental insurance, state supplemental insurance, or you would have to take a penalty on your taxes.
Which is like $100-something.
Yes, it's the law.
Yeah, because a lot of states that everyone has to have insurance.
For the company out there that's doing this,
that's low.
That's really low. I don't know if it's to drive non-New Hampshire employees out of your system, but
I don't know because
really
it doesn't even say
low.
that they offer any. New Hampshire doesn't. It doesn't even qualify for New Hampshire at all. Like if you're a New Hampshire resident, you can't
why
apply
would
for
they
this.
do that? Like,
and the company's moving to New Hampshire in a couple of weeks, but then the coverage, just to give you an idea, is 20,000 max or 50,000 max. And they would only cover 2 days hospital stay. And I'm like, I was reading this and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's laughable.
And the thing that I said to Sheila is 20,000 maximum. I will tell you right now, haven't looked into it, but I can guarantee you the surgery that I am going to have outpatient on March 30th is probably going to blow that maximum.
Well,
That's for one thing that happened to me. One thing, and bam, under your insurance, I'd be done.
we got a bill. We don't, that's the thing with Cam's medical insurance that he has currently. We're still on it currently. For how long, I'm not sure. We got a bill, but we never see bills for 1 day of Zachary's stay in his first transplant, and it was almost $500,000 for 1 day.
Yeah.
And that was in ICU. That was for the surgery itself. But for
And that's
1 day,
an expensive surgery, but I'm telling you, the knee surgery, it's outpatient. Outpatient.
Yeah.
I'm only going to be in the hospital for like maybe 6 hours maximum. That is going to blow that coverage.
Yeah.
So
it's a horrible coverage.
It's horrifying to me that a business can offer that kind of coverage to its employees, knowing full well that it doesn't qualify, that they're like below par for the state mandate, and that if they have any kind of a serious injury, they're done. They don't. It's like that's it.
It states right there that if you have a chronic illness, insurance is not for you.
It's not for you.
And I'm like, I wish we had that information
disgusting.
before he accepted the position.
And you know what? Kudos to Massachusetts for forcing employers to provide better insurance and
they're not. That's the thing.
Well, and for having,
kudos to Massachusetts for having
the backup
insurance
to cover it, so that that for mandating certain minimums. Thank God, every state should do it.
So that's what I've been dealing with the last few days in mild depressive state. It's when I get like that, I just want to crawl in bed and hide, because I'm one of those that if you don't think about it, it's not there.
Thing.
No, it's not. It's a headache.
Coming.
It's a headache, and it's change, and I'm not one for a change like this, not major changes.
And when you have a household that has so many medical issues on a regular basis to deal with, having something like this happen to your insurance it's frightening.
I mean, the good thing is no matter what, Zachary is on Mass Health. He will get covered.
Right.
That's not an issue. It's just a pain in the butt. It's
a pain to change, and it's a pain that you have to deal with this because an employer is giving massively below par insurance that's so below par that seriously they should be giving it to you for free because it doesn't pay for anything.
Well, and the thing, when Human Resources says that you have to go to the state for other insurance, that's sad. I mean, that's
like they know it's bad. It's like, yeah, you're gonna need in Massachusetts. Yeah, sorry, this is gonna totally screw you over.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. So keep your fingers crossed for the other job. Just hopefully we get the information soon before I have to do any changes, because I'd rather not. Yeah. But that's my crushes and heartbreaks.
So yeah, it's been
a weekend.
It's a tough time over here in the Knit One Heart Two studio.
It is.
I'm worried about my stuff. Sheila's worried about her stuff. Not much knitting is going on.
And when I get like this, it's like I just really want to lie on the couch. Oh, and here's one other little heartbreak. I don't know about you guys. This is probably, it kind of goes into it. When I'm in bed at night, my mind races. And it races about things like this, and I just can't sleep. And I remember doing certain things when I was little, my mind racing. Well, Zachary and Max both have that same issue.
Yeah.
Their mind just can't shut down. Well, Zachary went to bed last night, and Cam's like, mute the TV. He goes to bed early, or because he's younger, and we hear him crying. So I go upstairs. This is a little heartbreak. Oh my God, it was so hard. He is like out and out bawling, basically a nervous breakdown. I go, what? He goes, I was just thinking that I'd be alone and have no friends, and I'd be alone in the house. And what basically probably happened out of the blue. But he goes to bed. My boys share a bedroom because we only have a 2-bedroom house. And he probably said, oh, I'm all alone in my... I kind of knew something was going to happen because he kind of looked at me with those sad puppy dog eyes when he went to bed.
Yeah.
But didn't say anything. So what probably happened is he probably went upstairs and just started thinking that he was alone in the bedroom. And what if I'm alone all the time? What if I had no friends? Just snowballing it. I remember doing that when I was little. I didn't say this to him, but I remember doing that thinking if something happened to my mom and my dad, I'd be left alone. That's my mindset. So I brought him downstairs, and he was in tears. I mean, full out tears. He was basically having like an anxiety attack, I guess you could call it.
That's definitely what he was having.
And I'm like, you're here. You're never alone. Have we ever left you alone? You have wonderful friends. And I listed his friends in the neighborhood. I listed his friends, and I said, don't think like that. So we calmed him down, and then he goes, can I sleep with you, Mama? And I said, well, you'd have to ask Daddy. He goes, Daddy, can I sleep with you? Can you sleep in my bed, and can I sleep with Mama? So that's what we did. And Zachary is a really bad snorer, which we got to take care of. I just felt really bad. It really hurt my heart because I'm like, oh, buddy, you have a whole lifetime of this. And I wish, if one of the things I wish my kids didn't, like Cam, I think, can just shut his brain down and go to sleep. I can't do that, and neither can my boys. And I'm like, oh.
No, I mean, I suffer from generalized anxiety disorder, and that is what my brain does all the time if I'm not medicated. Now that I'm medicated, I only really get wound up when things overwhelm me. Like right now has been very tough for me because that surgery and all of the ramifications of it are just hanging over me. But, you know, I
felt bad for the little guy.
It's awful. No, Lily, my daughter has the same problem as that. Every night she has a hard time turning off the worries. Like she'll say, what if the house burns down? Like she'll come out and it's like, where did that even come from?
Well, see, and that's the thing. Zachary doesn't do that because usually when his head hits the pillow, you can count, literally, you can count 120 seconds because I've done this.
Yeah.
Out cold snoring.
My son is that way.
Max, not so much, but we've been trying to give tools to Max to, like what I used to do when I was little is I would think of a book or a show that I liked and I'd become an extra character in that book. Yeah,
make up a story.
And you would do storylines, and I've been trying to teach Max to do that because basically you're letting yourself go into another state. So I felt really bad. And once he was in my bed and we were snuggled, he fell fast asleep, snoring in my ear. Yeah. I had to roll him over on his side. And I turned on the TV because I wasn't ready to go to bed yet, but I turned on the TV. And so I felt bad. He was good, though.
I think the other reason that everyone is feeling so crazy is
there's a lot of stress in the...
It's also the time change. We're all like crazy from losing an hour. That's never any good.
Yeah.
So, crushes and heartbreaks.
That's done.
There are a lot this week.
Yeah.
Baubles and bling. I have one bauble and bling, and so does Sheila.
Oh, yes.
We got viewer mail. And what did I do with it?
Oh, hold on, I'll be right back.
Did I leave it on the couch?
No, you said, should we?
No,
This?
No, the actual thing that I got. I only have the card. Look on the couch there. Did I leave them on the couch?
I think so. Tissue, napkin.
Well, what did I do with them?
I don't know. It's around
somewhere. Oh, here they are.
In your bag?
Sorry, we're just disorganized. So we got lovely mail from Phyllis, who is Grandma Fish on Ravelry, and she was my one of my test knitters. And I also talked to her on the phone. And she sent us these beautiful handmade cards. Mine says, hope it's better soon.
And mine says, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And I so need to take that advice.
She gave us a nice note from her on the card.
Oh, and it says handmade by Phyllis on the back.
And then she gave us each. Oh, that's so cute.
Heartbreak. That's cute.
And then she gave us each some more.
Two cards.
This one says, in the garden of life, friends are the flowers that bloom. And the second one says, there are no words to tell you how special you are, and it has a yarn accent, which I kind of love.
And mine says, your friendship hits the spot, and it shows two little girls having some tea. And then the next one is let your light shine, which I think this is adorable. I love the little boy angel. He's got a light flashlight shining down. So thank you very much, Phyllis.
Thank you, Phyllis.
They're almost too nice to use, but I think I know somebody who...
It's fun to get viewer mail, and this is so sweet.
I think I'll send this to my friend Courtney with my baby gifts.
Oh, that is such a good idea.
My friend Courtney, who's receiving all this baby stuff, is one of those persons who enjoys all that stuff.
I love handmade stuff. I'm a scrapbooker myself. So
I have never been a scrapbooker. I always wanted to be, but I knew that me and scrapbooking would never match.
So that was my baubles and bling.
Thank you, Phyllis. I appreciate it very much. And my baubles, I have one baubles and bling. It's from CJ Knit. Somebody plurked about this
Oh, look,
update.
it came with a stitch
Yeah.
marker too. That's really cute.
Somebody plurked about this, and I saw this color in a different base, and I asked her if she could make it in the 80% superwash, 20% nylon, and she said she normally does. She just didn't have that base, and she would make me some. This is called Blow This Popsicle Stand.
Let's blow
this popsicle
stand.
stand.
Isn't that pretty?
And it's all rainbowy. It's got reds, purples, pinks, greens, blues. I mean, it's basically your random box of popsicles. And I just love this. I'm all for the bright colors for,
And it came with a
reasons.
stitch marker.
It came with a really pretty stitch marker, a nice little pink one.
Oops. It's like the tag is in the way.
So this
And
is
that's her
CJ
business
Knits,
card.
Hand Dyes. She's on Etsy.
And it's
This
in that
is-
nice twisty base
that I like. It's in 400 yards, 100 grams.
Awesome.
Hand or machine wash, gentle, lay flat.
I
That
have
was reasonably priced.
I have lots of baubles and bling. I'm expecting the next shipment of the Into the World Fiber Club, and Chris has revealed the inspiration picture on the group if you're in the club.
Oh, really?
And it looks like it could be really gorgeous. Like, it looks like it might have some browns and some turquoise and some purple. It could be really gorgeous. I have no idea because I just saw the inspiration picture. But I'm looking forward to that. And we both ordered some yarn.
Yeah, I love Fred Yarn from that Darth Knitter on the Proverbial podcast.
Yes, we both.
I'm not sure when that's coming. I haven't gotten an.
I'm waiting
Well,
for
we
that.
paid for it. We just haven't gotten,
We haven't gotten
shipping
the
information.
invoice yet.
But rumor had it she was sick for a few days. I think she got the flu.
Yeah.
The beginning of the month. And
Well, it was a pre-order situation.
Right.
So.
And they got a lot more than they were expecting. I think they got 100 skeins. And it's striping, so we all know that striping takes a
So
little bit
that's
longer.
coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I got paid for that first before anyone was.
I have to give you the money.
And yes,
I owe. Well,
and I ordered something for someone else.
A friend. I have the money for it.
I got a special order spot from Fiber Nymph, and I ordered some yarn for her because we made the deal. And remember, if anyone knows Wool Mize and how hard it was to get, I guess it's not so hard to get now. You made deals like, if you get a Wool Mize update, can you order me this?
Grab me this.
Yeah. So that's what I did with
And I'm just the money mule. I have the money in my purse.
So I got a special order spot. Thank you, Lisa. And, I stocked it, but thank you, Lisa. And I have special order yarn coming in. I probably won't show it. I ordered the Fruit Loops yarn.
Oh, yeah. I love
so
that yarn.
I'll just give that to Diane when I get it. But I also am getting, probably the first week of April, I should be getting my
sock club.
second Socks at Rocks Club yarn. I'm so excited. I keep looking at the socks from the last shipment, and I might make those. I don't know. They're really nice, but I don't know what to make with that nice purplish yarn.
You can knit my shawlette out of it.
I was thinking that,
It
so
would be
we'll
good
see.
for that.
But
so
yeah,
is that it for Bubbles
that's
and
all I
Bling?
have for Bubbles and Bling.
Gossip and innuendo. So let's talk about what we're giving away. We're going to set up a thread in the group that will ask you to give your favorite podcast memory. Just make a post in there. One post per person.
Yes.
Post what your favorite memory is from the last year. And we are giving away 4 prizes. We will draw them next week. The first prize is this canvas tote bag. It has a snap closure.
Wendy had given to me, but I have her permission to give away.
I have another one.
Well, she's given me a couple of bags that have my initials on it.
Yes, this is unused. It has a little pocket for your findings and stuff in there. And it's really cute. Nice sturdy canvas, double layered. Great project bag. That's
it really
one.
is. I like the purple and brown combo.
The second one is Funky Monkey Fingering Weight Superwash Sock Yarn, which is 80% merino wool, 20% nylon, in the spring colorway.
And we are giving this away so that,
I'm trying to get it so you can see it.
Go a little closer, maybe. Because spring is around the corner. It's next week.
Yes. It's really washing it out, but it's got spring green, aqua. See if that works. Nope. It really just is washing it out. Yeah, that's a better view of it. Spring green, aqua, turquoise. There's a darker blue and some yellow. It's really pretty.
It's very pretty.
So that's that. And the third prize is a copy of Mason-Dixon Knitting Outside the Lines. This is their second book.
Yeah.
It's a hardcover. And I love this book. My brother-in-law gave me a copy of this book for Christmas. It has a lot of really cute projects in it.
I have that.
Yep, there's a dish towel project, sweater project. You can see some of this stuff on the back. Shawls. It's basically a whole thing, and they intersperse it with little stories, and I find it's a good entertaining book, and it's a good book with lots of projects that work for every level of skill.
Yeah, so, socks, sweaters.
Yep. That's the third prize, and the last prize is not something I can show you, but we will be giving away Ravelry pattern purchase of your choice, $10 or less, or you have up to $10 to spend on patterns if you're the winner of the patterns.
Right. So if there's 2 patterns that are $5,
you can get 2 patterns. Yeah, up to $10 to spend on patterns on Ravelry is the 4th prize, and we'll draw for that. We will close the thread at midnight.
Well, no, most likely Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning.
Before we record.
So just
1 post per person, and just any podcast memory. And
I wrote down a few that we both thought were fun.
Well, I got a couple of things. Not so much. I didn't go through and find the episodes because she just popped this on me. But
episode 17, Too Hot to Handle, when we were with our crazy hats on my back porch, sweating to death. Episode 19, Full of Surprises, when I showed the roller coaster picture. That's my personal favorite. The roller coaster picture is my personal favorite. Episode 23, Say Hello to My Needle End, with the SmackDown cartoons.
Yeah, that was cute.
Episode 36, The Scary Monkey That Screamed. Episode 39, It's Our Show and We'll Cry If We Want to. That was the famous crying episode. And when Sheila got scared by the squirrel last week. Those are my favorite memories from the last year.
I just picked out a couple of things that I'm just want to say that I'm thankful for the podcast itself. Getting to meet other podcasters.
Yeah, that has been really fun.
Having Melissa here on the show, getting to meet from Melia Bella or His and Hers, getting to meet Katie from Knitting on the Fly
that was fun.
about a month or so ago, getting to go to Rhinebeck. I've never been to Rhinebeck, and meeting Lisa.
Having the podcaster meet up and meeting our fans, that was fun.
And getting to meet Karen from Round the Twist. So that's been really some of my favorites, and my all-time favorite is the Socks That Rock Yarn Club. It was that
was
Christmas episode where everybody who chipped in gave me a membership to the Socks That Rock Club.
That was awesome.
And I'm still very appreciative of it.
So it's been a good year.
It's been a very good year, something that I didn't expect, and the moral support from people all across the country and the world has been fabulous.
Yes.
So we want to say thank you for
that. It has been. So put your favorite memory in the thread. And you know what? Put your favorite memory on the blog, too, if you're not a member of Ravelry.
Yeah.
And
we'll figure out somehow.
We'll
just throw those numbers on the end.
And those people will be involved.
And any of those others who are not on Ravelry, throw your favorite memory on the blog, and we'll still count you.
Yeah, on the comments. That way everybody
But either comment on the blog or comment on Ravelry.
Yep.
Please don't comment on both.
Yeah, only one. Don't double dip on this one.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, I'm going to go through the next 3 hints from the Mark and Angel Hack Life blog. And the article is 30 Things to Stop Doing to Yourself. And 2 of these are for Sheila this week.
Oh.
And one of them is for me. Number 25, stop acting like everything is fine if it isn't. This is a good one for Sheila. It's okay to fall apart for a little while. You don't always have to pretend to be strong, and there's no need to constantly prove that everything is going well. You shouldn't be concerned with what other people are thinking. Cry if you need to. It's healthy to shed tears. And I think we showed that. No, I know, but I think a lot of times you put a brave face on.
Well, that's something different. That's not saying that it's fine.
No, but it's acting like it's not.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's certain times, like certain people don't need to know.
I know
that I'm falling apart on the inside.
I know.
Honestly, if you did, you would have.
The sooner you cry, the sooner you'll be able to smile again. That's what they say.
Yeah, well.
So, don't put on a brave face. At least don't put on a brave face to me, because you don't really. But
I was just gonna say.
Okay, this is mine. Number 26. Stop blaming others for your troubles. Apparently, I should not be blaming Jared Flood for the horror that was knitting this shawl.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. On this thing, it came out to be a great... you can blame Jared for the construction of it. But the horror itself, it wasn't a bad shawl, just the construction.
It's just the construction.
You shouldn't blame what's her name for the sweater troubles that you've been having?
Cecily Glauc McDonald. Yeah. And I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming myself. The extent to which you can achieve your dreams depends on the extent to which you take responsibility for your life. When you blame others for what you're going through, you deny responsibility, and you're also giving them power over your life. So, Jared Flood, you no longer have power over my life. And number 27, stop trying to be everything to everyone.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Doing it's impossible, and trying will only burn you out, but making one person smile can change the world. Maybe not the whole world, but at least their world. So I love that. I think that's such a good note to end our...
Yeah, because that is definitely...
It's true. And so I hope that our podcast makes somebody smile out there. I know that going through my knee surgery thing right now with all the kind thoughts that are out there is a completely different thing than it would be if I was just going through this and I was just
if it was a year ago.
A year ago before we started. Now I'm starting to cry again. So, yeah, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for a year of a lot of fun, and I hope we have another year of a lot of fun. And if you are watching this on iTunes,
leave a
rating.
Or a star.
For us, or for any other podcaster you watch on iTunes. And if you need information to contact us, you can find it on www.knitoneheart2.blogspot.com. We have a contact button.
Yep.
We also have a review button, which shows the review that we did on our product. And we have we have other tabs up there. That's where you can find information.
If you're a new viewer, thanks for checking us out.
Thanks for checking us out.
If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back each week to watch us.
Yes, and don't forget to leave a comment on either the blog or on the thread that we're going to start so that you can be eligible for the drawing next week, so we can thank you for watching the podcast.
So on that note, have a good week.
Have a good week, everybody.
And knit with heart.
Bye.